Hello, everybody. Welcome to JTV Extra, August 1st. I cannot believe that it is already August. And you know what? Another thing that I couldn't believe is I've been doing these live streams like at a year now. God, I cannot believe it. The year has gone by so fast, and it has been like so much fun. And you know what I really like about it is that, looking forward to every Thursday that I get to spend an hour with you guys, people that like making jewelry. It just makes me it's just, to me, it's just so much fun, and I love it. And I'm so glad you're here. And no matter where you're watching from, just like leave it down in the comments, because I'm always curious just to see, where in this world people are watching from, because we have people in France, Germany, I don't know, just Alaska. I mean, just all over the place. It's just, to me, it's just like really incredible. It just makes me feel like we're just like one big happy family here on 10 o'clock, well, at least my time on Thursdays. But anyway, I'm Sandra Younger. I'm the inventor of a cord knotting tool called the Knotty-Do-It-All. And everything I do is with stringing material, whether it's knotting, braiding, crochet, macrame, you name it. I like making jewelry strictly with stringing material. And today's project is going to be the woven snake knot bracelet. And I know a lot of people have trouble with the snake knot, but today I think I'm going to be able to show it to you in such a way that makes it memorable and easy to do, because this technique just, aside from, it worked for, these interesting bugle beads. It can also be used for a lot of other things like bail work, just like adding elements to like other bracelets and necklaces. I mean, it's actually a very, very versatile technique, and I hope that I can transfer that knowledge to you today. But before we get started with today's show, I just want to go over the products that are available, and go on to, like I always say, my favorite part of the show, which is the customer slideshow, because you guys never, ever fail to impress me. Okay, so here are the products that are on today's show. The sizes are 6mm and 8mm, and the strands are about 8 inches long. Okay, so next we have these are the beads that will be used in today's project. These are called bugle beads, and they are stainless steel, and they do come in two thicknesses. And the holes on these beads are really big. I mean, so I think it's about a 5mm hole, and they've got a really nice weight to them. They're not thin or flimsy or anything. So they are like nice and heavy. So they're really a nice bead for this project. Plus, they've got like a very masculine look. So if you're looking to make something for the men in your life, then this is perfect. So that is everything. So we got the purple mosaic quartz, the wax jewelry corded the 0.5. We got our stainless steel bugle beads, Eslon and our awesome Knotty-Do-It-All. Anyway, some of you guys said that you couldn't get sound, so I just like kind of like did some magic here, and I hope you can everyone hear now, because I just saw a few messages where people said they couldn't hear. But we are going to do our my favorite part, which is the customer slideshow. And I do want to apologize to Anne in Arizona, because I identified her on last week's show as Anne from Colorado. So my apologies, Anne. But guys, Anne did send in something that you are just going to be like, woo, blown away with. So let's check that out right now. Beautiful this is. These are rubies, emeralds, and sterling silver. And look at this. I love the bellwork, and the color combination with the gray and the I don't know if she said they were sapphire or ruby, but it's like a pinkish red. This is so beautiful. And I like the contrasting like sliding knot with the leather. It just, I don't know, it just gives it that extra like over the top like thing. I don't know what the word is. And I like the dainty little like beads on the end. So this is very beautiful, Rhonda. Thank you so much for sending this in. I absolutely love it. And next we have a Christy, Alaska, another very dainty, cute necklace. This has got like knotted beads in front. It's real simple. It's got the three like spaced rondelles. And the I like the macrame, the way you connected it and have like the beads on the outside to the rings. It's adjustable. Very nice. Very dainty. I just love dainty stuff. And then we have Susanna from Louisville, Kentucky. This bracelet is, I think it came out really nice. I like how tight the weave is. I don't know what cord you use, but not even I could get the weave that tight. It looks, I don't know, it looks like it was like almost cast. It's just look really cool. And next we have Sarah, North Carolina. So this is the before and after, and girl, you nailed it. It looks like perfect. And I like the brown leather, I like the black leather, and I think these two together stacked look really nice, or just even by themselves, very nice. And okay, I've got a series of 3 here. Anne in Arizona sent in. These are, guys, come on, how cool is this? Okay, so here is an adjustable like hat band, and here is a blue version, and they're large hole beads with a paracord. And you know, I never even thought to do anything like this. This is just like way over the top cool. And check out the black one with the macrame. Wow, that's all I can say. Such a great idea. Just spot on, fantastic. We have another one from Anne in Arizona. This one is knotted, and I think it looks like it's got like 4 strands of knots, but I like the way you made it into a multi-strand, and then, you know, attached it with to leather using like moose knots. And I know that, I think it's adjustable. I didn't see the back of the necklace, but beautiful. And next we have, oh, this is so pretty. This is from Agnieszka in Poland. This is a ladder bracelet style, but look how pretty this is. I mean, the leather color is nice with the blues, and then it's got like the, I think these are fire polished beads, but very nice. You did such a beautiful job, Agnieszka. I love this bracelet. Wow. And then we have Anne in Arizona. Okay, this one is, it's got like a scarab. I think that that it's called, it's an ankh. I think that's what they call them. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. So if I am, my apologies. But I think this is like so beautiful. And it's got like I like the way the bail just, you know, it just works really well with that pendant. It has like a very like mystique look to it. God, that is so cool. Let me see that. It's got the black leather. Are those wire wrapped, Anne, or is it? I don't know. It looks, I mean, it looks like it could be wire. I don't know, but I think it's really cool. And plus, I like scarabs. And then, oh my goodness. Okay, this one, Laura Lee, Florida. God, I can't even say enough about this. Okay, here's the bracelet, and here we have the you know, the the necklace that goes along with it, but this is just so pretty. Let me go back to this bracelet so you can get a close look at this. Okay, you know, I do like the macrame with beads on the outside, but this is like completely taken to another level because, I mean, these are the beads on the outside, but instead of, you know, you have a side drilled pearl, and then the beads on the opposite side are like a small, a medium, and then a small again. God, that's so pretty. I love this. Wow, wow, wow. Look at that. Beautiful. And next we have Christy Alaska. Okay, this one I think is really cool. I love the way you use chain in here. And one thing, you know, if you have like cord that's a little bit stiff, when you add chain, it just makes your piece a little bit flowy. And plus it adds like interest. And then, you know, if you feel like being really creative, you can actually go back in and maybe put some wire wrap beads on the chain. But I think that is really nice. And I like how you use the multi-strand like on the back as a component. Because guys, you know, right now, you know, especially those of you that use sterling silver, the silver prices are through the roof. So that really helps. You know, and I've said this before, it does not take away from the aesthetic. And, you know, it does save you money and maybe even time. But it definitely saves you money, and it makes it just look really like cool and interesting. And Laura Lee, okay, here's another picture of that bracelet just modeled on an arm. So you can see how the, you know, just the beads and the elements of the bracelet just lay just so beautifully. Oh my goodness. This is so pretty. I could just look at this all day long. And the pearls are just so lustrous. Very nice. And here's another version. This is like a champagne or peacock side drill pearl with just a different like color combination, and it's got like a metallic thread that is woven in, you know, just macrameed with. So that is just so beautiful. And next, Christine, North Carolina. This style of bracelet, I really like it. It's so beachy. It's great for a spring or summer day. And it's one of those that you could dress up or dress down. And I like your clasps because, you know, I got those from JTV, and they are just, you know, just really nice. They just feel good in your hand. But this is a very nice, beautiful multi-strand with the knot bracelet. Very nice. And next, Carroll, New Mexico. Okay, this was the Twin Peaks. And look at the one on the right. Okay, that really caught my eye because I thought, you know, that is such an interesting way to do it. So if you have like a pendant that has like the two, like, I don't know, I guess like holes on the side, look at that. This is like the double Twin Peaks. Double Twin Peaks. That's funny. But I love that came out really cool. And then the one on the left, the color combination, the blue with the brown and the silver, is very like southwesty color, so like perfect for New Mexico. But it just blows my mind what you guys come up with. It just like astounds me. And next we have Anne, Arizona. Okay, this is another bracelet that's got like a bunch of knotted beads. And again, you can see the moose knots with, you know, the rings, and just very nice. Very festive necklace. So thank you, Anne. And we have Agnieszka again. Oh, now, oh, look how pretty this is. Girl, I tell you, you have, I mean, your color combinations, you're just like so good at it. It's got the yellows with the browns. Poland must be happy to have you there. The beautiful like jeweler maker. And you know, those beads on the bottom, the blue ones, you know, honestly, I have never worked with those, but that is so cool. I don't even know what those beads are called. I'm gonna have to like check them out because that is such an interesting, guys, look at it. It's got the rondelles with those, whatever, I don't know what they're called, and the way they're just like stacked on each other. It's just like, wow, very nice. And next we have Anne, Arizona. Okay, girl, she's so creative. First it's the hat bands. Now it's these eyeglass holders. Look how cool these are. I mean, it'll just make you want to wear your eyeglasses around your neck all the time because look how beautiful these are. I bet these sell like hotcakes because, it's better than having, just a plain old, lanyard type, thing around your neck. So this, you can like have your glasses holder match your outfit. And plus it looks so stylish, very boho, very, very nice. And next we have Susanna Louisville. Okay, on this one, I think you used, like you doubled your cord for the, I don't even remember what the lesson was, but I think it was last week's lesson. And that looks really good. It gives it a bulkier look. And I love the color combination. It's vibrant and it looks just like very, very nice. So, and I even have that pendant. It's like a little bronze flower. So this looks nice. And I like the way you put the rings on the ends of the leather, the wax cord. So that looks really, really nice. Very beautiful. And plus, I like that just like totally like random green, it kind of reminds me of like I think it's supposed to be a sunflower theme actually, because it's got a sunflower pendant and then, it's just got sunflower colors. Very, very pretty. And next, Laura Lee in Florida. This one is really cool. This is the before and after. We saw this one last week, but I thought, I want to show it again because it has beads woven into it, which is something I did not do. I didn't show, the woven in beads, but Laura Lee figured it out and it looks just really, really nice. And let's see, next we have Christy, Alaska. Okay, this is interesting because, the large hole pearl with the barrel knot is, I usually just, make it real simple, but this one, it's got that extra element where it's got that thin, like, addition where it just like adds interest. And if you think people don't notice, people that are really into jewelry, they notice things like this because I'm always like looking at, people's jewelry just to see, just like the different elements. And this one definitely delivers really, really nice. And it's got like the little grouping. So if you have like short hair, you have your hair up and you're standing in line somewhere, someone's gonna look at the back of your neck and say, ooh, that is so cool, nifty. And last we have Susanna in Louisville. Okay, she really took this one. I don't know how you did that. A really thick, I think it was like maybe a 3 or 4 millimeter leather. And this is the half hitch. Girl, you're braver. I've never done a half hitch with leather this thick, but it actually looks really cool. It kind of looks like chunky, like boat chain. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't know. There's just something about it. And I like the black with the red and the silver. Very nice color combinations. And anyway, guys, that is our customer show for this week. And if you have anything that you would like to submit, my email address is theknotty-do-it-all@gmail.com, and try to get it to me Tuesday before the show. So anyway, back to me. Okay, wasn't that just like a fantastic show? Before I go on, I want to thank everyone. I see like Anne, Tess Barr, Joan, Robin, Agnieszka. I just really want to thank you guys for joining the show, but I also want to give a shout out to Lauren. It brings a tear to my eye because he knows nothing about anything. And every time I have a problem with anything, he's my sounding board. And he's such a great listener. And I just want to tell him that I love him very much. All right. And also my next door neighbors, Jim, he brings me tea every day. And my dear friend Carmen, who always brings a smile to my face. So those of you that know Lauren, let's give him some love because he is just amazing. And even though, he cannot help me half the time or maybe 90% of the time, he is the best listener and he always helps encourage me to get through any difficulty that I have. So let's give some hearts to Lauren because he is just like amazing. Anyway, we're going to get to our project before I like cry because he's just so amazing. So let's get to this. Right? Tess, Lauren is just like amazing. He's just like an amazing listener, and I just cannot do any of what I do without him. Okay, so, oh, thank you, Susanna. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we love Lauren too. Thank you, Sarah, Debbie. Oh, see, we all love Lauren. Oh, yeah, thank you, Kathy. Yeah, he's just definitely like, amazing. But let me get to our little project here. So let me check this out because I want to show you how much leather you're going to need for this. Okay, so basically, I mean, I think like pretty much the smallest size of leather, bracelet that you can make is like a 6-inch. But if you make a 7-inch, I have the measurement here. So for a 6-inch bracelet, you'll need 51 inches of 2mm leather. For a 7-inch, you'll need 59 inches. And I do have the centimeters here because I know a lot of you like do not use inches. And one reason I've decided to start, just putting centimeters in there, because sometimes I see lessons where people say use, 15 centimeters, and I don't know what a centimeter is. I mean, I kind of sort of do, but when it gets into the larger centimeter numbers, I'm just completely clueless. So here it is for both you guys that use inches and centimeters. And the thing that I noticed is that for every inch of bracelet, you just have to add 7 more inches. So today I'm going to go for the 6-inch because my wrist size is like small, and the knots do use up a lot of beads. So it's for this specific size bugle bead, and so that's it. You will need. I'm going to cut off 51 inches of 2mm leather, and that's what I'm going to do right now. Let's see. I've met him too. He's always Christy. Oh, okay. I'm gonna measure my. I just want 36, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. What did I say? 51 inches. Let me. What is that? 51. Okay. Let me remeasure this again because I actually. Let's see. 36, 46. Okay, and 5. Because do you guys ever like make something and then you want to go back and take notes and you're not sure if you actually like measured it right? So I know this is 51, and I don't need to count twice. That's it. Okay, so what I do is I take this cord and then I am going to put a button on it using the moose knot. You can, for this one here, this one was a little bit slightly different style. I don't have the measurement on this, but on this one, because it was just so easy, I thought you guys, you need something a little more challenging. So on this one, the leather just basically, I had 2 strands and I just went like this. You guys have seen that. I've done that lesson before. But on this one, I used a 1.5mm, and that's like the buttons that were on last week's show. The leather fit on the 1.5. However, I'm using a 2mm leather, so this button, the holes are 2.5mm. So just in case, you guys bought the buttons on last week's show and it doesn't fit the 2mm leather, that is why. So I'm going to attach this using a moose knot. And see, let's get this on. Okay, and then I'm going to offset it by 5 inches. Okay, because since we're going to be wrapping with this, because the knot takes up a thread. So let me just get this like centered. Hang on. And I really want you guys to learn this this snake knot, because it's definitely one of the knots that's really like helpful to know. Okay, so now we got that, and I'm going to come in and do a moose knot. Now you guys are all familiar with the moose knot, right? Let me zoom in. So what you do is you put a pin and a clip 1 inch apart, and you put both cords in back of the peg, and you use one of the pegs to wrap. Just to like, I'm gonna make this moose knot a triple, but if you want to make them bigger, you could add a couple of more wraps, and it'll just give you a nice big stacked moose knot. Which I tell you, moose knots are one of my big favorites. And I just discovered this cool little thing, because sometimes when I pull it to tighten, the button gets all just combobulated. But I got the trick. And what you do is just kind of slide the button down like this and put it in a peg and check it out. So you tighten your moose knot, and it just like, see that? It just gets perfectly in there. Have you guys ever had that problem where you like put the moose knot on and your button or whatever kind of gets lopsided, and you have to kind of keep like pulling on one side to get it straightened out? But this is like the trick to get the button on like perfect every time. Just to put the loop in the peg and then tighten, and then check it out. Perfect. Perfect. So let's tighten it a little bit more. Okay, so here we go. Yes, of course, I have had every single problem. You know what, Susanna? Boy, you and me both. But just when you think you like figured it all out, something challenging comes along. And I do like, challenges, because another big challenge, and I think, Susanna, I know that you like to experiment with different stringing materials. And isn't it true that different techniques are better with certain stringing materials? So, oftentimes I get asked, well, which is the best stringing material? What's it depends on the technique, because you just know, because I saw some of the work that you submitted, and you did have problems with some techniques over others. So, and that was because of the cord itself. Oh, tip. On a few of my clips, I bent this part like up, so that way the jaw opens up more. So that is something that you could do. Just do it very gently. Just get a pair of pliers and just not too much, because this part might break off. But look at that. So what that does, because this is a 12 millimeter bead, and the clips that I don't have bent, it doesn't open enough. See that? However, isn't that a cool tip? Just check it out, and it just makes it so handy. Okay, so now we are going to start the snake knot, and you do not get upset that I'm going to have to sacrifice this bracelet. No, I'm going to sacrifice this one because I need the beads, because I didn't have enough beads to, do like all the lessons. And because I know some of you guys, when I have to cut something, you cringe and you get upset. But you know what? I could still use this leather for something else. So, it's not that big of a loss. All right. Okay. Are you guys ready? Okay, let's do it. Okay. You start with the right hand, okay? And just flip it under. I'm not going to go slow. So you just know. So start with your right hand and just flip this under, just like that. And then you've got yourself a loop, and then you take this cord on the left and put it inside. Just go boom. So let's get the end here and put it in. And this is not hard. You saw me, I just flipped it under, put the cord through. See that? You guys got that? Oh, great, Lynn, right? Okay, you got it. Bending the bottom of the gator. Oh, I know. That clip trick. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Robin. Okay, so you guys follow me. I just flipped this part under and put this cord through. Okay, now the part that you want to okay, see right in here, there's it looks like a V. So you just feed your cord over right there, And then you're going to put it back into that loop that you just made. Okay, now pull this side. And now what you want to do is start kind of wiggling these guys back and forth to get the tension right. And that's it. You got that? Was that easy? Flip the right side under. Just always remember this side first. Flip it under. Just like that. Put this one in. Because I know that, you know, it takes a little bit of like getting used to. And then you just, this side goes right back through the hole on this side. And see, and I think the tricky part, because when I first started doing this, you know, I was pulling the cords at the wrong time and it was just a big mess. But it's already like halfway done once you like do this. So you just come in here and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Look at that. See that? Was that easy? I tried learning the snake knot from graphics and it was so confusing. Oh, okay, John, I'm calling everyone like but I'm trying to read everyone's name at the same time, like Rhonda, Susanna, Jones. Guys, you know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, so I'll do it again. Flip it under. And save this video because this is like, put this right there. See that V just bend? Let me just get my arm out of the way, just right there, and then feed this through. Uh-oh. It's let's see. Pull, 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 pull. Just like that, and then pull this one. And the trick is you just got to keep your eye on the loops. So when the tension, you know, when they meet up and they look like they're about the same on each side, that's when you just come in, just kind of give them a little nudge. Oh no, who brought bad news? Susanna, I love you, Pat, but you always bring bad news. Oh my God. Oh, I'm done. I think I got some time, but I'll just keep going. So what I did here now is just real easy. You just get one of your bugle. Why do they call these bugle beads? I mean, I thought a bugle was like some kind of horn. I got to look it up. Maybe there's a resemblance. And then you just like wiggle this one on. And then just get the tension the same on each side, and then you just keep going. I'm just going to keep going because so that way, you know, in case you don't get it, you could just. And it's basically the same after you put your bugle bead or you know whatever beads you're going to put on. You just get it right in there, and then get the loops kind of the same size, and then see that? Perfect. And you might run into like problems where there are seed beads called bugle beads that look, oh, maybe the flared ends resemble the bugle. Oh, okay, maybe, okay. The length, oh. So I'm just going to keep going because this is pretty straightforward. And another thing that you can, oh my gosh, get. Another thing that you can do with the snake knot. Oh, what am I doing? I just messed that one up. Ignore that. Okay, under, in. You could use it like to attach like a pendant to a necklace if you want just something different. And, you know, I don't know, I've heard this knot called the Spanish, I don't know, Spanish something, not Spanish, I don't know. But to me, it's like, how do you say snake in Spanish? Is it like víbora or something like that? Who knows how to... Spanish speakers, help me. Spanish walnut? I like that. I think isn't a snake a víbora or serpiente? Oh, thank you, Susan. I knew Susanna was going to know. I knew it. I knew it. Because, I did my last Instagram post, it was like, I don't know, those of you that like saw it, it was how to like, and now maybe I'll show it in a minute, like how to like tidy up your threads, okay? And I was looking for a song, because you could put like songs with your Instagram post, and this Spanish song came up, and I had no idea what the words were. I was like, what is this guy saying? But the only thing I did understand was apretado. That means tight. So I thought, oh, I want that song because it's how to, because basically what I'm doing is I'm making the threads. See, okay, that's the thing you're going to run into, where these guys get a little bit crooked, and just kind of, now this I've got no magic for. You just got to kind of wiggle it till it straightens itself out. And it will straighten out, because I kind of like wiggled it a bit, and it did get straightened out. Víbora is venomous. Oh, what is a non-venomous snake? See, all these little things that you learn. Oh my goodness. There we go. And I'm gonna do another one. And then here we go again. And then when you get like good at it, you can just like get fancy, put your finger in there and just like pull it through. And that actually comes in like handy, especially when you're a snake, when you start using a lot of leather. Oh, and one interesting thing about this one, let me see if I could find my examples here. Okay, this one. You can make a snake knot. But this one does not have a core inside. I mean, I've got like another lesson that gets into all that. Or does it? Yeah, okay, forget that one. That one does have a core. But if you make it without the core, which, where are they? Ooh, huh. Well, well, I'll just tell you. It's got like a little bit of stretch to it. See that? So it's one thing you want to definitely take into account when you're making the bracelet, because this one's got, it's kind of like elastic. It's a little bit stretchy, and that is kind of important, especially if you're making something long, and you know how leather is, or just about any kind of stringy material that over time it'll get a little more lax. So you just want to keep that in mind. And one thing I didn't mention at the beginning of the show was, if you've got Brilliant Cash, guys, ooh, Sharon, you can use it to buy like any of the products, like on today's show, if you're a first-time purchaser. So, or, if it's the anniversary of your first purchase, don't forget, to check it out. So you don't lose it. It's like credit to your account. So definitely check it out. I am like totally messing. You know what? I think it looks cool crooked. This would be the crooked like snake. Oh, well, it's because I'm trying to talk and like I don't know. I guess sometimes I can talk and do this at the same time, but I guess not today. So there, and I'm just gonna keep going and just. Do you see how fast and easy? Do you guys all have this? Oh, see, I messed up. Do you guys get the idea? I hope, boom. There we go, and pull. And this technique, I just get this out there in case you try it with the wax jewelry cord like this. It doesn't work. I'm telling you, don't waste your time. It seems to work really well with thick, smooth, pliable. That's what it works with, because I tried it with like every cord. Oh my, it was so, you know, at the beginning because the thing is when you're first trying it, you don't know, because the very first time I tried this, I tried it with waxed cord, and I thought it was a me problem because I was like, this is not working out. This looks so bad. But when I started like using different materials, that's when I discovered that it was actually the cord. Because see, you need to be able to like, what is that? Does that look cool, or is that like too crooked? Huh. You know what? We'll celebrate crookedness today. Nothing wrong with being a little bit crooked. All right. But you know, you just got to like wiggle them to straighten them out. But I'm going to be like, let's see. I was interested on what other chords it would work. Oh, there you go, Christy. Let me see what let me see. I think I've got, let me grab my mega stash here and natural leather, check. Because, you know, some leathers have a coating on them and some are like natural. So this one's natural. So it does work with natural leathers. Okay. Oh, this one. Okay. This is also, this is not a snake knot, is it? No, I don't know what that is. Okay. This is, oh my goodness. I don't know, but that sure is pretty. This is a 1 millimeter leather, but it's not your ordinary leather. For some reason, this one was like extraordinarily strong, because usually 1 millimeter leather cannot take this kind of like work. So I don't know what kind of animal it came from. I don't know. Natural. Okay, that's good. Oh, cotton cord. 1 millimeter wax cotton. It works perfectly with. Let's see what else we have here. This is a 2 millimeter cotton. This worked perfectly fine. So Tess, it could be. And this one is cotton. So you get the idea. And this one, I don't know exactly what this one is. It's some cord that I have, and it just works. So whatever, like, stringing materials that you guys get your hands on and you just want to try stuff out, because I'm always grabbing like everything. I mean, I go to the, like, so let's see, I'm just looking for like, you know, I just saw this one. I'm like, ooh, that looks so cool. I'm going to try something with this. And this is, I don't even know what this is. Cotton. So, you know, if you find something, it gets you excited because you like the way it looks. And I say, try it on everything. And just recently, I mean, I think I try to do a video on my experience buying different kinds of metallic threads. And I'm still out. I don't know yet, because I tried like evaluating to see what I liked. And, you know, okay, so this is getting, let me see how long this is right now, because I don't want to go over, because if I'm going to make this, I'm going to put one more. Actually, what should I do? Should I put one more bugle bead? I'm just going to do one more of these guys, because I like the way it looks. All right, let's just leave it at that. And at this point, there are so many different things you can do. You could just make an overhand knot and then be done with it, which in one way, you know, one problem that I had, and I'm sure you guys have like had this problem too, is like when you do that overhand knot, it kind of gets like weird, because you want it to lay. Let me just get this. Nope. Right there. Yeah. And I think I showed this. Let me see if I could remember how I did it, because I was trying to do like, I know, right? Okay, you guys, what have your experiences been with the metallics? Because I tried some metallics like years ago. Okay, I'm trying to remember how I did. I know I did this. What did I do that? I don't even know what I'm doing. Because I do stuff and then I forget how I do it. Okay, let me see if I could remember. Did I do that? I was trying to make an overhand. not, okay. What did I do that? Okay, I think that's what I did. Like I try to keep these because I don't like when these fold on themselves. So you got to really like keep them separated. So you got that one, and then you got to get this one. Okay, this one. Oh boy. I wish there was like a special way to do. Okay, you just got. I think the special way is you got to just keep your eyes on it. So I'm going to do this one first. And then that little space right there, see right there, that I'm going to put the second one like through there. Is that even going to, is that a thing? I don't think that's going to work, but I'm going to try it anyway. It doesn't make sense. See, that's exactly, okay, I'm just going to do both of them at the same time. I don't know what's going on here. But I'm going to trim this one because it kind of bugs me when one of them is longer than the other. Okay. Okay, let's do this. You know, I actually have a tutorial. Okay, let's do it. Let's get them, keep them aligned right. Oh, did I do it? I think I did it. I guess the trick is I guess it's kind of like a pretzel-y type thing where I don't know how those pretzel makers do it, but you see how they just like they see that? You just got to keep them like both of them just side by side and stacked. It's so crazy. I'd hate to meet that clip if it were to be angry. Okay, so you could do like just one of these overhand has the why that's why we all need colors of metallic Sharpies. Yes. Oh, what about like other types of like string materials? 'Cause I know that Laura Lee, you know, her she uses a lot of like metallics, but I'm just wondering like because I bought some at a craft store the other day, and years ago I had been using some and it kind of tarnished. So I was just like, I don't know, like if it was what I bought or like what happened. So this is like option number one. And then you could just be done with it. But the other option, and you guys know what I'm going to do here. Let me get this off. I mean, this is especially, oh my goodness, useful if you want it to be adjustable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a ring, and I'm going to get myself some of the wax jewelry cord that's on the show today. Let's see, I need a ring. Wait, isn't like staying organized like, oh my gosh. It's one of the biggest challenges that I have. I've got these plastic drawers that I have like tons of them, and I just like have everything like labeled. And I'll show you another drawer. Let's take a look at my clasp and chain drawer. See that? I got these cute little things at a restaurant supply, so those little dishes are very, very handy. I just love them. So ring, we're going to do a ring and macrame thing. This is awesome. Which one's your favorite? Do you guys really like this? I think that the sliding knot is probably my most famous technique. It's the one where everyone's like, finally somebody came up with a solution to the problem. And this and you know, I'll give you a tip in just 1 second, because it doesn't only solve one problem, it actually solves 2 problems, which is something, you know, I don't think I've ever touched on, but I will today, being that I've got some time. Uh-oh, I need my wide-jawed flip. Ah, there we go. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to take the wax jewelry cord in the 0.5, and I cannot find the end, so I'm going to get this one. Okay, and usually I take about 16 inches, and I give it a good like stretch. I lose things if they're 1 inch from where I expect them to be. Oh, You know what I have like everywhere in my house? I have lots of magnets. How many of you guys have like magnets everywhere? Like for me, without my magnets, I would be so lost because I just stick everything on magnets. Okay, so let's do this. So I'm going to do the macrame binding knot. You know what's even worse? Oh, when you're making something and you've got like literally like 50 pairs of scissors right in front of your face and you can't see them. Like right now, let me see how many I've got here. 2. I've got 2. I probably have like more, but I just can't see them. Oh, see, it's like they disappear. Like, I don't know what it is. And I've even thought of like making a necklace where I have my, wear it around my neck, but I don't know if that's a good idea. So I'm going to come in here and do this real tight. There's top, bottom. And if you do it this way, let me finish and I'm going to show you. Oh my gosh, let me, I got to do this fast because I think I'm running out of time. Time. Okay. And so this one you do nice and super duper tight. Tight. Tight, bum. And then one thing that, lately that I've been liking to do is going back the opposite direction, just so those the ends aren't just like so like raw and just like out there. So I'm going to come back in this way, maybe just a few, like maybe 3 or 4. I'm just going to come back and macrame. There's a top, bottom, and top. That just really, really helps seal the deal. Plus, it just gives it a little extra, oomph. Okay, so I'm going to take my thread melter, and I'm going to come in here and, ooh, beautiful. Oh my God. Beautiful. I can't wait to see what you guys like submit for next week's show. It's always like, every time I get an email, I'm like falling over myself, like trying to open it. Okay, so I'm going to take this off. And I think I've got time. And you guys know, I think you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut this off. And then I'm going to use faux leather. Let me grab some faux pfeffer. Let's see, what do we got? I'm going to do, since it's chunky, I'm going to go with a 1 millimeter. So I'm going to take about like 12 or 13 inches. And I'm going to attach it using the beautiful moose knot. And this, when, I don't know, for some reason, when I attach like a thread, like here, I just do a double moose instead of the triple because I find that it's like, it looks too big and it's like competing for attention. And so I just kind of like just do a double. So I'm just going to clip this here, get a clip. And someone asked me why I do this an inch apart. Because you can also do it like this, this other way. But I just find that it's just, this inch apart thing, it just works every single time. And it works especially well if you're working with like thin thread, thick thread, any thread. It's so that way you don't have to learn like several different ways to do, basically get the same result. So I'm going to do like a double. I'm going to slide that thing down. And I'm going to put a coil knot. So let's do that. And that's how come I make this long, because when I melt the coil, the ends of the coil knot, you don't want it over on this section. You want it over on the part that you're going to cut off anyway. So I'm going to come in here, boom, boom. Okay, so we're going to do the coil knot. Let's see, how much time do I have? Ooh, let's do this. Okay. How many of you guys, I want to see a show of hands that ever use the double coil knot? Is that a thing? Do you guys do that? A diagram on all the different knots. I know, right? You know what? I'm gonna do that. I should like do a live show on my website just to talk about like different like knots and stuff. And so that way you guys can like chime in and like let me know. Okay, so you squeeze it just to like equalize the tension, and then you tighten. Squeeze, tighten from all directions. Very important, Tess. Always mark the cord that needs to get cut off, because that happens. Oh my goodness. And sometimes I think you were able to fix it, Tess, right? Because you cut off the wrong cord, and we've all done that. So I'm going to mark these, and then I'm going to put another one. So let's get this aside. And you're going to see the reason for the other one in just a second. Done, done. Okay, 4 minutes, guys. Ooh. Oh, Susanna, wait till you see this. This is going to be really cool. The double coil. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's get this. You know, these little threads are bugging me. Okay. Now, this is really cool, especially for those of you that sell your jewelry and you need, like, you know, if someone says, oh, this bracelet is just a little bit too tight, you could say, no problem. And I can handle that. You can fix it. And I'm going to show you. Okay, let's get this done. This side. Make sure it's nice and tight, because the after you make the coil knots and then you melt them and then you slide them down a few times, the tension just equalizes. So don't forget. Okay, now we're going in for the nitty gritty. Okay, so these two don't have knots. I'm going to slide this down. Uh-oh, did I do something wrong? See, this is, oh no, this is so scary, especially, oh. Okay, I got this. Okay, so right here, I am going to trim it. I'm going to take my lighter and I'm going to melt that down. Ooh, quiet, everybody. Okay, and blow. Okay, just wait. Do not, this one you don't want to tap down. Just kind of blow it, and then we're going to do this one. Let's get all these done. And I've got this thing, like, because, you know, flames want to go upward and you want it away from this cord. So I think the best way to do that is to start, get it going, and then and kind of bend it towards the knot just a little bit. Okay, so that one's done. Okay, now we're going to do this one. The pressure is on. Ooh, I've got 2 minutes, guys. Got 2 minutes to impress you. I know. Don't. No, just don't tap it. It took me a long time, because that force of habit. Tap that thing down. Okay. I think that one I left too much thread, but that, you know what? That's all right. I'm not going to worry about that little thing, because I'm going to let it cool off and kind of like try to chip it off. Oh, blow, blow, blow. Okay. All right. So the double. Okay. See, so this part is going to get cut off anyway. See, so see when you melted those melt spots, it kind of like got the thing all like messed up. Okay. The double, double, double. See, so let's say you just have one on here. And, you know, just ignore the second one. Let me zoom out a little bit. So normally I just show one where you know, you have your one here, and then you come in. Let me just slide that down. And then you button it just like that. But the double one, what this does is it allows you to move your, instead of using this side, you could use this side for your button loop. So that is really cool. So I could come in here, slide this open. And it's especially handy, like if you share your jewelry with your friends and family, which I don't have that problem because I cannot get Lauren to wear anything. But my friend Carmen does. Come on. Oh my goodness. Oh, you know what? My time is up. Anyway, you guys get the idea. You just use that little clip thing, and I mean the knots, slide them over. Anyway, thank you for joining today's show, and I will see you guys next Thursday with a new project. All right, bye.